Shalom, Akim, Akwafia. Before I get started, I want to say Kahalan Yulai, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. What are your double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us all this 100% truth that rule well over the flock. Shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and learning on the side, digging in this truth, picking it up, soaking it in. You cancel the likewise doctrine in this Great Millstone. Shalom to you as well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. I want to start off with this scripture. There's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And this devil, Esau, he's got a short time. Esau is making moves. Trump is making moves. He came out with this executive order that's going to start to have troops on the ground, especially in you Jake's neighborhoods, man, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Your neighborhoods, they really going to be laid into your neighborhoods for real. Because we getting ready to hit a time called Jacob's trouble. And this devil know what time we living in. He know that his kingdom is almost over, that is at an end. So he finna start putting the real big major clamp down on you Israelites, man. That's the time that we living in. And I got a video of this young lady, and she goes into this executive order that Trump done signed on to. And it's going to make it extremely hard for you. It's going to make it extremely hard for everybody. But you Israelites, you blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you are going to get caught up in it worse. You see what they're doing to the Northern Kingdom, sending them back to Venezuela and sending them to El Salvador, sending them to all these different places, to these jails, man. But our people are gullible and thinking that this is the right thing being done. But in reality, they kicking our people out right now. And they're going to come for you so-called Negroes, you Jamaicans, and you Haitians. They're going to come for you too. Y'all don't have any idea how dire the times that we are living in. Things are about to get real dangerous in America, life-threatening dangerous. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to get this video, and I'm going to bring in a couple of scriptures.
I think one of the executive orders that Trump signed today might be his most sinister one yet, and that's really saying something. I'm Eliza Orland's career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan, and I have to break this down for you. So today's executive order is called Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens. Trump is acting like safe.
You see that wordplay with criminals. You see where it say pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. Those innocent citizens that they talking about protecting is their own people, the so-called white folks. Because remember, this country wasn't created for us to flourish here in the first place. You're not, if you're a so-called Negro or a so-called Israelite, you're not considered an American, man. No matter if it's written on paper or not. In their eyes, you're not considered American. Let alone you pretty much like what, 2/3 of a man to these people. We are considered 2/3 of a man to these men. 3/4 of a man, Salakia. We are considered 3/4 of a man as far as these devils are concerned. And they're talking about pursuing the criminals, and right now the whole world is talking about the Israelites. And they talking about doing jail time in the UK, 2 years for street preaching. So now they getting ready to put military on the streets, boots on the ground, to so-called pursue criminals, which is going to end up being the Israelites, and to protect innocent citizens, the so-called white man. This is where they're getting ready to take this thing, man. That's why I said this devil has a short time, and he's finna get ready and unleash the beast on a lot of you people, man, on this whole country, especially you Israelites.
Pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. Trump is acting like safe communities are the impetus behind this and empowering law enforcement to firmly police dangerous criminal behavior. But that's not at all the reality of what this executive order does. In this executive order, he's not just unleashing the police, which he is doing, but he's dismantling reforms, criminalizing equity, and militarizing local law enforcement all at once. First, Trump's order frames progressive reforms as the real problem. Things like anti-bias training and limits on use of force, as opposed to police misconduct and brutality. He says cities need to unleash aggressive policing and stop harmful and
You see that? Aggressive policing. Let me go see if I can pull that up real quick. I'm going to get back to that. Let me see. If I would, what can I get out of that? Aggressive policing, also known as aggressive order maintenance policing, involves law enforcement strategies focused on controlling disorder and punishing low-level offenses through frequent patrols, targeted stops, and routine arrests. So they finna be out here in the neighborhoods just jacking people up, man. They're gonna be jacking people up, but you know, one thing that you gotta see on this as well is when they put these military officials and they militarize the police or whatever they're gonna do with this thing. This is, I mean, they know already. You know, with these terror wars, with people becoming unemployed, you know, certain warehouses and companies are shutting down, which means people losing their jobs. Then you got the cost of living raising. No raises on the jobs that people have. You know? They taking people's 401ks, pension plans, they taking people money. And these jobs ain't giving up no money. Medication they finna stop sending medication over here. The pharmaceuticals are finna start to get real scarce here in America as well. People gonna lose their rabbit ass minds out here. These people gonna lose their mind. So before that happens, Trump gonna put military in the streets. And when you people start flipping out, then that can give them justification to call martial law and to bring out checkpoints and to start, you know, frequent patrols and controlling disorder, because people finna be out of order out here. It's finna be a lot of disorder out here when these people can't get no food, when they can't feed their family, when they're unemployed. People, like I said before in many, many lessons before this, and the elders and apostles on down said the same thing. These people gonna lose their mind. That's why these scriptures are extremely important, because these are going to be the stability. Knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of thy times. And it's going to be these times that these scriptures are going to help us move in the way. And Most High also, Lord willing, will put that covering on us brothers out here to be able to endure these things. Because Trump is getting ready to show you that, to show you stupid, especially you stupid Israelites who voted for him. And you people, you other nations that voted for him, thinking that he was finna change this place for the better, but now y'all starting to see that, hey, he's getting ready to bring the clamps down. You see what it says, involves law enforcement strategies focused on controlling disorder and pushing low-level offenses through frequent patrols, targeted stops, and routine arrests. So they finna just come down on everybody, man, especially you so-called black folks, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Jamaicans, any of you northern tribes that's still gonna be here, coming down on you as well. That's where we going to.
And illegal equity policies. He wants to replace any efforts that make policing fairer or more accountable and replace them with unchecked force. In Section 2, this order creates a legal defense fund for officers who might get sued based on their official actions. Meaning, if a cop kills someone, don't worry, the federal government will defend them, no questions asked.
Now think about that for a minute. The police can murk somebody, and the federal government gonna take up for them. These police, these military officials, they finna have full-blown immunity, man. And look at the history. Who do they get away with killing? Think about that. Who do they always get away with of killing? You so-called Negroes. These people gonna be like madmen sparing none, man. They're gonna be like madmen sparing none. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring it out again eventually, but I'm going to just grab it now because these people going to come down on us Israelites. You know, that's why we need the covering of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that's talking about the men of the Lord. You know, that's talking about the ones that sincerely following this truth, man. They going to come down on our people. They're going to come down on you 2/3 as well. But this truth got everybody hurt. And they making little laws and legislations to come against this truth to stop brothers from preaching on the highways and hedges. So eventually, they're going to come down on the sincere brothers and sisters out here. But like I said, they're going to go for you. They're going to come for you. They're going to come for you 2/3 as well. Y'all going to get caught up in this thing too. Most definitely.
Section 3 basically got consent decrees, and those are the agreements that the DOJ uses to fix unconstitutional policing. So if a police department was found guilty of unconstitutional abuse, this order says set them free. Section 4 of this order says that they should increase the provision of excess military and national security assets in local jurisdictions. What does that mean? It means your neighborhood may become a war zone. They're going to militarize the Section 5, Section...
You see that? These scriptures don't lie, man. These scriptures don't lie. And I'm going to get the scriptures for that. As a matter of fact, let's go get it now. You see that? They're going to set checkpoints and stuff up. It says a man, this 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. I'm going to go back on this too. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed. The men shall be afraid, man. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. What is that? That's literally talking about checkpoints. When you have military in the streets, they set up checkpoints, man. You can't just freely go out, in and out like you would once be able to go. They're going to shut all of that down. You're not going to be able to move like you want to, man. We keep telling y'all, these are the things that's getting ready to happen. Right around the corner. And y'all voted for Trump. But at the end of the day, this is the doing of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. Let's go get that. Let's go get that. Let's go grab that while we talking about it. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So that's letting you know the Most High is running this. The Most High is in the back on the back end controlling all of this. Left hand and right. Wicked and righteousness. The Most High controls all of that, bro. So while y'all just strictly pointing at Trump, y'all got to understand that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is running this thing from behind the scenes, man. That's one thing y'all got to understand, and you will understand that either now or later when it's too late. But you will understand that.
Section 5 is the most dangerous of them all. It says that the Department of Justice should prioritize of excess military and national security assets in local jurisdictions. What does that mean? It means your neighborhood may become a war zone. They're going to militarize the Section 5 is the most dangerous of them all. It says.
And another thing, I don't mean to keep cutting it off, but I gotta get certain things in that's on my mind while they're on my mind. Your neighborhoods will become a war zone because there will be civil unrest. There will definitely be civil unrest, man. This is 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world. Let's go see what this is before I read the whole scripture. Woe. It means destruction. At the end of the day, woe means destruction. Look at this. Misery, sorrow, distress, sadness, unhappiness, heartache, heartbreak, desolation, despair, dejection, depression, gloom, adversity. These are the things that's getting ready to come upon all you American people, man, and you Israelites, you 2/3 Israelites. And yes, us brothers that's in this truth, we're going to go through some things too, but not like a lot of you people are, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah, man. Not like the 2/3. Y'all going to go through a lot. The Most High is going to take care of his men. You know? The Most High is going to take care of his men, whether y'all believe that or not. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. And the Most High is making that calling out right now through the men of the Lord out here on the highways and hedges, preaching his word. That's the calling. See, searching out the elect, man. 2/3 of you not going to get it. So you will be numbered with the sword, man. Therefore, I will number you to the sword. And ye shall all bow down to slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delight not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Because you people going to have to live with that regret that we were telling you the truth the whole time. And when that time come, you're not going to eat. You're going to get caught up in that famine. You're going to get caught up in that famine, Jack. Point blank, period. The calling is going out now, and y'all ignoring it. So when your calamity come around, that's when y'all gonna be trying to seek the Father, but that's not gonna happen.
Says that the Department of Justice should prioritize prosecution of any state or local officials who willfully direct the obstruction of criminal law, prohibiting law enforcement from carrying out their necessary duties.
So if anybody speak out against any persecution that they finna do to anyone, they gonna get your ass too. So if you speaking up against what the authority trying to do, you finna get persecuted as well. And what does that mean? No freedom of speech, bro. Freedom of speech is gone. There's no freedom of speech. You can't say nothing back no more. That's what we're getting ready to enter into. Your rights are already gone. A lot of you just don't know it. A lot of your rights are already gone. Eventually, the right to bear arms is going to completely be gone too. You know, all of the rights of the Constitution are being done away with every single day. You people ain't paying attention though. Y'all too busy in this world.
Who engage in discrimination or civil rights violations under the guise of diversity, equity, and inclusion. This literally means they could prosecute local elected officials, governors, mayors, city council members, whoever they felt was not doing the thing that Trump wanted them to do.
If you in opposition, if you working in the government system, and you see, say for instance, you see a so-called black man get persecuted unjustly, like we always do, and you see it's unjust, and you speak up as a government official, you speak up against whatever they're trying to do to this man, they gonna persecute you too. So
this is so dangerous. This is not public safety. This is not rule of law. This is political revenge. This is authoritarianism. This is terrifying. And then finally, Section 6, that Homeland Security Task Force protecting American people against invasion to coordinate and advance the objectives of this order. And this will help the Trump administration crack down on communities within this country who Trump doesn't like. This is not about...
And Trump don't like black people. Trump don't like the so-called black man. I'm going to tell you that right now. He don't give a damn about you Israelites, man. So he's going to definitely put the militaries in your neighborhoods, man. Do y'all see where this is going? America's in trouble. You Israelites that's in this world, outside of this truth, you in big trouble. I'm talking about life-threatening trouble, man. That's why we got to make sure, as a men of the Lord, we got to make sure that our house is in order, man, spiritually. Because the things that's getting ready to come upon this nation, this country, a lot of you not going to be able to make it out of here, man. You're going to have famines and civil wars and all type of shit kicking off, man.
Public safety. This is about control. This is about militarization and expansion of policing. This is about silencing reform. This is potentially about Trump laying the groundwork to invoke something that strongly resembles martial law. We have to fight back because the stakes could not be higher. So if you found this breakdown helpful, please make sure you're following me here and on all platforms for more, and leave questions in the comments if you have them. Thanks for being here. I think one of the...
Now, there's not going to be no fight back to save yourselves. And I'm talking to you Israelites. Your best bet is to get with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because he that saves his life shall lose it. And he that loses his life for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shall find it. That's the times that we coming in. You know? And I'm going to get, Second Esdras. I'm going to get this again, but I'm finna go get it in the GNT. Go to the GNT and grab it. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. GNT. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There will no longer be free access to cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. God says, I am calling together all the kings of the earth to come from north, all the kings of the earth to come from north, south, east, and west to turn back and restore what they have taken. But you see where this is going. It's getting ready to be famines, pestilences, civil war, an uprising for a government, an insurrection. It's going to be an insurrection. A violent uprising against an authority or government, rebellion or revolt, uprising, revolution, insurgents. These are things that we have been telling you, starting from the elders and apostles on down to now. We've been telling you that these things, that America is finished. There's no going back, man. There's no going back. A lot of people finna be suffering from that hunger too, you know? And where there's a famine, a scarcity of food, that's when cannibalism come around, you know? Because once that hunger kick in and your guts touching your back, you're going to do whatever you can to get some food, man. You'd rather just get killed with the sword, man. Because dying of starvation, you watching your body decay away. That's suffering, man. Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. So you're going to be sitting up there just wanting something to eat. And in many case scenarios, people they resort to cannibalism. Lamentations 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. What does sodden mean? Soaked through, wet through, saturated, streaming, waterlogged, soggy, boggy, swampy. Basically, you cooking something. You cooking something, man. The hands of pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. You see that? The Lord hath accomplished his fury. He had poured out his fierce finger and hath kindled a fire in Zion, and it hath devoured the foundations thereof. That destruction is coming, man, and you best believe cannibalism is surely going to definitely follow as well. Isaiah 9 and 19. Through the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, in the land darkened Babylon, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, And he shall eat on the left hand and shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm, man. If that ain't cannibalism for you Christians that be so-called knowing these scriptures, then y'all not paying attention, man. Y'all not paying attention. Second Ezra 16:70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. Did she just not say on that video that they can kill folks and the government is going to protect them? They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, man. Let me go see what this says in the GNT. Second Ezra 16:70 GNT. In many places near the cities there will be violent persecutions against those who fear the Lord. You can't get away from these scriptures, man. The attackers will act like wild people. They will plunder and destroy without pity all those who still fear the Lord. They will turn them out of their homes and take away all their possessions. This will be the time of testing for my chosen people, and they will prove to be as pure as refined gold. You see that? So that great test, everything that we learn in these scriptures, and I'm talking about the sincere brothers, man, and sisters, everything that we learn in these scriptures, man, that's when it's really going to mean the most. When we in this test, man, we going to know these things were just a test. And the Most High going to give us that spirit of not being afraid, man. While the rest of you going to have the spirit of fear. See, that's the times that we coming in and people ain't ready for it. These 2/3, you ain't ready for it. It's finna get real out here. You know? And I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect, man. With that being said, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rukakadash. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.